17 and it was the summer before my senior year. I was working 2 jobs and working hard to earn money for college and to save up money. And I wanted to earn more, I wasn't quite earning enough, and my dad told me that if I painted our wrought iron fence in the front yard, then he would pay me for it. It was 40 feet of complicated twists and turns and fancy designs in the metal, in the iron. And I was excited to start the job. I thought 40 feet doesn't seem that long, and I thought it was easy, and that I could probably get it done in a day or two. So I put on my grubby clothes, and I grabbed my paintbrush and bucket, and I stepped out into the burning sun. It was middle of summer, really hot outside. As I worked, I listened to my iPod, which kept me going a little bit, and I finally finished, on the first day, I finally finished 2 feet of fence. I checked the time, and I found out that it had been 2 hours. It took me that long to finish that small section, and I realized that this was a lot bigger project than I was expecting. It was going to take me a long time. Each day I went out early in the morning to paint the fence, and I would work on it for most of the day. I did this for 2 weeks. There were a lot of times when I wanted to tell my dad that I didn't want to do it anymore. I'd find a different way to earn the money. But then I wouldn't tell him, and I would just go out and I'd start a small section, and once I started that, I would keep going and just do a small section every day. My neighbors would come out because they saw me out there painting, and they'd talk to me and tell me how crazy I was for being out there so long every day. But I just kept working. I kept that money in the back of my mind. If I got this finished, I would get paid and earn some more money. So I kept that goal there. And I finally finished after 2 weeks, and I was so proud of my accomplishment. I felt really good about what I did. I was able to see the fence. It looked really, really nice. When before I didn't think it really looked that bad, but with the new paint it looked really nice. And I kind of forgot about the money, and I just paid attention to what I had done instead of the money. And so life is kind of like painting this fence. It sometimes seems really monotonous or boring or long or pointless. And we can ask, when I was painting the fence, I asked myself, why does it have to be painted? It looked okay with the old paint. And in our lives, we ask ourselves, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to be better? We're doing good now. Why do we have to do the little things? Why do we have to keep going? And it's because we can always get a little bit better, and we don't see what we can be until we do those small little things every day. We are good now, but we can be great. My seminary teacher once taught our class a really important lesson. He said that our actions today are going to affect generations down the road. So our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren will learn about us and read about us, hear stories about us. And he said that we want them to remember us as great people instead of just okay people or just good people. We need to be remembered for doing great things instead of just good things. So we need to keep painting that fence. We need to keep putting on that layer that is so much better than the one before, and we don't realize it until we do those small little things every day. And we have to remember why we are doing those small things, and they will soon be more significant than we realize. And when we're done and we reach that end goal, the one we have in mind, then we'll be able to realize that we learned so much on the way, and the little things were the important things that got us to that end goal.